Would you get a load of this? There is so much to talk about this one. I don't even know where to start. It is a 12th month 1978 HJ45, and the current owner purchased this in about 2017, and straight away they started to build. So it wasn't on the road, they started the build, and a lot's gone into this rig. We'll start up the front. Kieran's dad was going to throw this bull bar out. He said, hang on a minute, that's an original ARB, so they saved the ARB bar, and it houses some lights. I'll really dig up the front here. They've put some indicators. The bar's sitting at the wrong height for the for the indicators. So when mod plated, they had to tick every box, and they've done a really good job. Everything's been signed off and ticked on this build. So it's little detail like that. They got the LEDs up the front, and with underneath this one, there's a lot complex. We'll go inside later and I'll talk about why the fuel tank's not in there and things like that. But 110 litres stainless steel tank behind me, and they pinched the tray off a Ford Courier and modified it to fit this. Custom made the headboard, and you can see this one's got a stack. It's pretty cool. What I do want to talk about is the body. I don't know if you know your 40s or if you've picked up on this already. The roof stand's a little bit taller, and the length of this door is 150 mil longer than any other standard ute. So Kieran and his dad, right from the start, have put 150 mil into the cab, into the door, and they've extended it here for more leg room, and it is really sweet sitting in there. I drive mine, and driving from Brisbane to Melbourne, you get quite sore and tired after a while. Not in this thing. This thing's a beast, and the roof itself is off of a shorty, so they've cut and stitched it in. So with a shorty roof, so that has been cut and shut to fit this extended cab, which gives you a lot more headroom as well. There's so much room in this cab. It's so nice to drive. I've only driven it about 10 metres, but I've had a drive. So it's changed a few things. That makes you put extended custom made steps on here, and the floor itself, they've put the extra channel in there so it hasn't missed any of its ribs or anything. But there's so much more. I've told you this is a HJ45, but there's a little hidden secret under the bonnet that we've got to go straight under here. Check this out. This ain't no H motor. This is a powerful little 14 BT, and they've plumbed it up all themselves, a turboed engine. It's just a sweet little engine. I've seen this one, I've wheeled with this one. Go down to the Ocker Invitational in Victoria, and we've wheeled in the same group a few times now. It's great to see this one climb some hills. So they've installed it themselves. It has left a little room up the front, so they're talking probably a next mod will be an intercooler, but you will see up here it's plumbed with all the aircon. We'll have a look inside in a minute. So it's got aircon, it's got 60 series power steer, it's got 1978 didn't have disc brake, so now she's got the disc brake up the front, and there's a few little things happening under the bonnet. This booster's for the clutch to make it a softer clutch. They put that in themselves, and the battery is actually underneath the cab of the vehicle, a bit hard to get to, so they've put this plug in here so he can jump start himself anytime he needs to without dropping the battery or crawling underneath. Just a little attention to detail that the lads have done themselves. Chatting about this car, just little things like that, using the wiper motor. They've got a Commodore wiper motor, they've fitted it in there and it's running things now. So they've just done the little touches that they've had to get this one up and running. Running the Donaldson over there for the air filter, very cool. But so that's the 14 BT. Being a custom job, there's so much going on inside. We'll go and take a closer look. Yeah, this bit is what you got to check out. So I'm sitting in here, I'm tall, and look at the headroom. I don't get this in mind. There is so much room up here, and I'm just leaning back. 150 mil, it doesn't seem like a great deal, but it makes a massive difference when you're sitting in this ute cab. It's just huge. And also comfort factor, I'm sitting on Ford Ranger seats. They're pretty cool, very, very comfortable. They're a stiff seat, so I like them a lot. 60 series power steer upgrade has the integrated the 75 series steering wheel and some of the column. So He's modernised all that. I'm really digging the dash. Let's talk about the dash. Being the 14BT, he's plumbed up a lot of warning lights throughout the dash, and boost gauges, aftermarket gauges, we got boost, your volts, and your EGTs all there, and also dig the retro aircon. So this aircon box that we're looking at the floor is all been custom made, all that steel face and integrated the switch panel on. They've done all this themselves. They made the lot themselves. Very cool. This whole vehicle is, and made over years, you know, you do this year and this, and over the last few years, it's just turned into a wonderful truck. PVC, clear PVC console, so you can just see your electrics up in there. I think that's pretty cool. Retro clock, speakers, stereo, and the UHF all up there, and the hat stand. So he's utilising a lot of space. But talking to Kieran, he's got a lot of empty space up here. He wants to do a few more things too. So we just keep adding and customising our 40s. Door cards are all custom. They've just bought some the material off eBay and cut them to fit. And just him and his dad's are hands-on. And that's pretty much inside. Oh, I do have to say I'm leaning on a custom console with drink holders, and they've just fabbed it up themselves. So very cool job, boys, very cool. So what I didn't mention about this bad boy, the 14BT has a cam, it has a high flow turbo, 350 Newton meters and a massive 77 kilowatts. She's a beauty. And the family, father and son, are up here today at Mr. Land Cruiser. They're from the Blue Mountains. They're touring southeast Queensland at the moment. And because we've all been wheeling before, they've had to pop in and say hello. And I hope you've enjoyed it. I love this vehicle. It's a HJ extended 45.